Hey, what's up? Morning, guys. I'm not sure how much you could see, but it has been a while, so I decided I'm gonna actually go for my long run on Saturday now. I lie, it's actually Sunday. That's how tired I am. It's 4:50 at the moment. What I'm gonna do is, if you follow the channel for a while, I used to run from sort of my start location to Constantia Neck and then round through Hout Bay up Seikabossi, which is quite a nice little road climb, all the way to Camps Bay in Cape Town up to the cable car, and then you guys will see Platyclip, which you usually do in the Ultra Trail Cape Town, and all the way back to my start, which is going to be pretty cool. I scheme it's going to be around 43-ish Ks, depending on which road I take up in Camps Bay, but I'll show you guys that. Stoked to be back on the channel, and I'll catch you guys a little bit later and just chat to you about training and how everything's going. Cheers. It's like little luminescent signs, artwork people made to warn cars, animals and stuff, which is pretty cool. Just heading through Hout Bay, 7.67 Ks, it's 5:50 in the morning, 8 Ks down nearly, and there's a rooster crowing behind me. I finally entered a race, thanks to a guy that I think follows my channel as well, but he's on Strava, chatting to him briefly in a comment to a previous run, and I think him and his mates, or at least himself, he's doing the Maxi Ultra where you run from Franschhoek to Stellenbosch, over all the mountains there, which I've actually never. I've obviously stayed in Franschhoek, stayed in Stellenbosch, been out there a lot and stuff, but I've only done like Yonkers Hook hike once, mountain biked it a few times, which is in Stellenbosch, and I've never done any of the mountains near Franschhoek, so I've entered the race. It's 120k. It is on the 1st of October, and I've been back into training now for about 3 solid months, maybe just over. Probably brighten up the photo a little bit, but just got into Camps Bay. The cable car is up there. It's just walking up Lion's Head, up Plurf Road towards Table Mountain. Sun's finally coming up, as I think you can see in the distance. It's Cape Town down below. So rad being out so early. That night run was, wouldn't call it a night run, but it was dark till about an hour ago, 40 minutes ago. Really hectic. I'll show you guys Platyclip when we get there. It's just straight along here. It started up Platyclip. The sun is out, but there's like no warmth coming from it, so it's still pretty cold. I'll chat to you guys more about training, all that stuff up at the top, but now just look at that. Moon's still out. Lion's Head in the distance there. Cape Town. Hope it heats up a bit. Be pretty cool. So good to be back on this climb. Ooh, it's a long time since I climbed that. That's Plotter Clip. Come out over there. That way over there takes you to cable car. Down this way, if you guys have watched any other videos or check out my Strava, you've seen this route before. It's just down and over to like Echo Valley and on the way back to the dams in the direction of Constantia Neck. Feeling good that I'm kind of heading quite strongly back to where I was for Ultra Trail 100, because I felt super strong in that, physically, muscular wise, from all the yoga, legs, no cramps. It was other issues with chafing and food and all that sort of stuff that I had, but body wise and mind felt good, so I'm stoked about that. It's looking down. I just ran along that road. That road's Camps Bay, from Llandudno to Camps Bay, so I was down there. I'm going to carry along this way, kind of towards those mountains down over there. I'll show you guys the dams. A pretty cool view from up that side. And yeah, hope you're all well, keeping safe, getting out for your long runs. Doing this on a Sunday. For a change, it's usually long run Saturday. I've made a training plan for myself again, which is working really well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. If you ever actually come this route, you obviously probably know it if you're in Cape Town, but if you come from overseas or whatever, and it's wet like this, the rocks have lots of grip, but along this path on the way to like Echo Valley, over the top of Table Mountain, they're like these boardwalks, wooden ones. First time I went over them, I ended up like flat on my back, and I got a mate that pretty much nearly slipped off the side on the same one. So just chips, obviously wood and wet. You sometimes are quite tired by then. You don't realise it's quite sketchy. Otherwise, check that view out. That's one of the things, coming by yourself. Obviously when I'm not chatting and stuff, it's super quiet. I've seen quite a few people up Plotter Clip. You'll see lots of tourists and people climbing up there, but once you get onto this side, it's like this. It's amazing, and definitely worth checking out if you do come down here. Came down there, it's like a river coming down, and obviously not sponsored, but the grip on these Hoka speed goats is absolutely ridiculous on like wet slippery rock. It's actually amazing. Really, if they do fit you well, recommend trying them out. I've actually got quite a few things I need to review. If any of you guys do longer-ish distances, I know some of you that watch the channel do like hectic ultras and get some crazy times. If any of you use poles, like carbon poles or aluminium poles, just let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of them. I'm looking at the Carbon Z poles by Black Diamond, I think it is, yeah. And I don't want to like, it's very rocky here, like this sort of stuff. Don't want to smash them. Obviously if it happens, it happens, but reliability for me with poles would be pretty cool. So I'll obviously review whatever I get and make a couple of videos learning how to use them and stuff, getting used to them.
But yeah, if you got any tips or anything, just let me know down below. And then I've got some other stuff coming in the post that I want to review, that I'm pretty stoked about, especially for nighttime running, and yeah, should be good. So I'll make a couple of those videos. I don't want to turn into one of those like channels that like try sell you shit, if you know what I mean. I'm doing this more to document my kind of start to running and start to training for trails, and now heading for the 120 and hopefully like a Drakensberg 100 with some good elevation, and then try find a nice 100 miler and then see where to go from there. Hopefully some travel. I'd like to do some races in other parts of the world, and yeah, this channel just allows me to be a little bit creative. I do have a website and Instagram based on photography that I dig. Videography is also fun. I like cameras, so filming this stuff, editing this stuff, it's part of the reason why I started the channel. I appreciate all the support, all you guys watching, guys that have stuck around, and yeah, as I said earlier, hope you're training for like Ironman and all those heavy ultras. Even if you're training for like park runs or 10k races or whatever you're doing, it's a lovely sport, and you're just trying to better yourself and enjoy yourself and not necessarily race against anyone but yourself. So went straight into the mud there. Yeah, so there's no need to be super competitive and ruin it either. I find a lot of the stuff that I've done sport-wise, cycling, mountain biking, I've always jumped to doing races and then always try to be like overly competitive with myself, and kind of ruin the fun. So trail running for me, at least for now, I'm enjoying it more because I don't feel like it's like a road marathon or anything that I have to like try hustle to finish. It's more like running and eating, which is rad. Who doesn't like running and eating? So I'm running along here, and then I turn up and do a last little climb, and then you guys will see the dams, reservoirs on top of the mountain, and then from there down to Constantia Neck. What am I on? That's 31.9 k's, 9:37, and I started at 5. These are the dams I'm talking about over here. So I'm here, so I'm going to go over there, past the dams, all the way down to Constantia Neck, and then I'll see what the k's are. Aiming for like a 35 to 40k. I think it gives me like a 65-ish k a week. 70k is counting all the missioning around and smaller hikes and things that I haven't really tracked, which I usually do a little bit extra. Yeah, awesome being out here. Moon's still up, trails are soaked, we had a nice lot of rain yesterday, and yeah, what could be better? Digging it, really am. My camera ran out of battery, but iPhone will do. I've got like a block about taking photo and video on iPhone, but it looks pretty good. These are the 2 reservoirs. I'm going to go right like through the middle and then all the way down. That's where I came from. I'll do a little update if I don't film again when I'm home. Just show you guys the caves and the route. Maybe some Google Maps stuff or some interesting things. And yeah, that's about it. To be back. If you made it this far, subscribe and click the bell, and then that'll notify you when I upload once every I don't know, month from now. But nah, I will do more stuff soon now that I'm back in it, and I kind of have kind of got myself amped up about it again. It's always good to take a little break. It's just hard to come back when it's a couple of months and it's running, but worth it. I'll also make a video soon on how exactly I did come back from it and what kind of motivated me, because it might help some of you, because I got a feeling that's not my last time that it's going to happen. If you run your whole life or do any sports your whole life, you're going to have times where things pop up. So yeah, good to help each other and stay positive and enjoy it.